Hey guys, Robbie here from CrossFit South Bend. Today we're going to talk about how to eat healthy at local restaurants. So the first idea I want to give to you is this idea that, look, if you're only doing this once in a great while, don't worry about it so much. It's not going to be that big an issue as long as you're eating healthy, real whole food the vast majority of the time. But if you are eating at restaurants on a regular basis, that's something you need to potentially consider cutting back on. And some of the tips in this video will hopefully help you pick some healthier fare. So tip number one. When it comes to eating healthier at restaurants these days, it's a whole lot easier just because menus are online. So you can actually check out this stuff before you go. You can see what stuff fits in the dietary template that you're following. A lot of restaurants tend to have really good gluten-free menus now. They have a lot of options and healthier fare for people when you actually go to the restaurant. Another thing to say is when you get there and you're actually looking at the menu, or if you're looking at the menu beforehand, most entrees at most restaurants are meat or quality protein plus veggies plus healthy fat. So, let's say, steak, broccoli, and baked potato, or salmon and rice and some sort of vegetable. That's the way it is. And the nicer restaurant you're eating at, the easier it is to eat healthy. So a lot of times when you're actually looking at the menu, look at those entrees, and those are going to tend to be in a pretty healthy mold. Now, what do you do about the waiter or the waitress? So we have to balance between two ends of the spectrum here. On the one hand, you don't want to be that jerk who orders the Cobb salad and then takes out everything that makes a Cobb salad. But at the same time, you're the one paying for and ordering the meal. So try to be nice and appreciative to your waiter and waitress. But at the same time, if you have dietary restrictions, don't be afraid to ask for that, and don't be afraid to say something if you want to make the food a bit healthier. Now, here's some practical tips for eating out at certain places. So if you're going to a Mexican restaurant, try to emphasize, meat and veggies, and then try to cut down as much as you can on the beans and rice, and to the lesser extent, some cheese. If you're going to a Japanese restaurant, some sushi. You can get some sashimi. White rice isn't the worst thing in the world, and get some vegetables there. If you're going to an Italian restaurant, most classical Italian cooking doesn't actually involve gobs of carbohydrates. That's really just American Italian cooking. So don't be afraid to get something like, chicken with some vegetables and some tomato sauce. So hopefully those tips give you a sense of how to eat healthy. But remember, at the end of the day, if you're not doing this terribly frequently, enjoy yourself when you're out, and it's not that big an issue. But if you are doing it frequently, either cut down on the frequency or try to involve these healthy tips as much as you can in your healthy eating when you're eating out. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.